Hello again, everybody! Psychic is here with the Atakline for Thursday, 10/11/12. That's October 11th, 2012. I like saying it. 10/11/12. That's cool. Only happened once. So there you go. Alright, on with the entertainment news of the day, starting with Billboard news. Yes, I mentioned the Billboard #1s yesterday with, of course, new #1 album and new #1 single, the Hot 100 and Top 200, with, of course, well, still #1s with Maroon 5 at #1 again for one more night at the Hot 100, and, of course, Top 200 album still second week in a row, Mumford & Sons, despite competition from Muse. Now, on the other charts, on the other hand, including top country singles charts, there's been a change that makes new #1s. Now, Billboard has counted streaming and digital download sales on the Hot 100 and Top 200, but not on most of the other charts, especially the singles charts of country, hip-hop, and R&B, and hot Latin songs, and hot rock as well. They never counted streaming or downloading, but today, Billboard unveiled that digital download sales, streaming data, of course tracked by people like Spotify, Mute, Slacker, Rhapsody, Radio, and Xbox, among others, will now be factored into the 50 position rankings, along with existing radio airplay data monitored by Nielsen BDS. So digital downloading and streaming will count on the charts, and with that, there's been new #1s thanks to this brand new development, including an individual chart. R&B and hip-hop are separated. There's R&B songs and rap songs, single charts, not the same. But there's new #1s in that, including, of course, like I said, with this new development, with downloading and streaming counting, there is a new country #1. Kicking off Jason Aldean after a couple weeks, Taylor Swift's We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together is #1 on the country charts. Of course, the song was already #1 in the Hot 100, and now it's #1 on country, making it Taylor's first #1 on the country charts in about a year or two. I think the last #1 was Sparks Fly, if I'm correct. I need to correct myself, but anyway, there you go. Taylor Swift, thanks to the new streaming counting and downloading counting, is on the country charts. She's #1, and also #2 on the country digital. So there you go. Now, with the new R&B song chart, Rihanna's now #1 with it, with Diamonds, of course, the new single from her untitled album, until today. Like I said, until today, we did not know her album release date or album title. Well, now we do. Of course, Rihanna announced today her new album, Unapologetic, her fourth album to be released for view to all in the month of November. Will be coming out November 19th, Black Monday. A lot of releases coming out Black Monday, including two more which I will address after I mention Rihanna's album release. Now, Rihanna not only released the album title and release date of the album today, of course being November 19th, she also revealed the album cover. The album cover with her naked, well, from the front, with her shirt off and boobs showing, of course, but nipples are not showing. There's an elbow shot covering one nipple, kind of like this, kind of like that, and one boob showing, but it's censored by a big black mark and unapologetic over it. She's got a lot of writing on her, like side effects, slut, censored, all these writings on her. Probably like, I don't apologize for what people call me or whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's probably why she called it that, and of course, why the writings on them. So there you go. Rihanna releases new album cover, new album title, Unapologetic, and album release date on November 19th. Which also just so happens to be the release date of the new reissue of Pink Friday Woman Reloaded by Nicki Minaj. Of course, she's been hitting the reissue for a while. Of course, being preceded by the single The Boys, which was released a while ago. Now she released the album release date of that, and the album cover as well. Like I said, coming out November 19th, the same day as Rihanna's album. Now, the album cover was also revealed today on Twitter. Nicki Minaj, of course, still embroiled in an ongoing feud with Mariah Carey, revealed, of course, the album cover today. her in a pink background with a big black flowing hair, like a big afro thing, just black hair, not colored like a pink or blue or whatever, like on the original cover of Woman Reloaded, because it was pink on that cover. So there you go. Nicki Minaj released her album cover and album release date, because the video for The Boys is coming out, she said. And speaking of albums coming out November 19th, 2 new songs came out this day for the last couple 24 hours of albums coming out November 12th and 19th. Greatest Hits albums. Kelly Clarkson released her new single yesterday, Catch My Breath, from her upcoming Greatest Hits album, Greatest Hits Chapter 1, coming out on November 19th, of course, as we know now, the same day as Rihanna and Nicki Minaj's albums. Now, Kelly, of course, announced the release of Chapter 1, Greatest Hits, earlier this week, but released the single yesterday. Catch My Breath, kind of a reflective song about her 10-year career, of course, after winning American Idol. Now, the song starts out slow, but it's a very poppy song, very poppy, rocky, upbeat number, better than Diamonds. I think anything is better than Diamonds by Rihanna. Even Adele's new song, Skyfall, is better than Rihanna's Diamonds, because Diamond doesn't have a beat, to me. That's my opinion. But anyway, of course, Kelly releases a new song, Catch My Breath. I heard it's kind of good. Speaking of bands releasing a new single from their upcoming Greatest Hits album, the Rolling Stones today at 8:15 English time and 3:15 a.m. American time, Eastern Standard Time, released the first single from the upcoming Greatest Hits album, Girl, which is coming out November 12th, called Doom and Gloom. The song's another hard-rocking Stones classic. Very hard-rocking, very rocking number, but Doom and very decent song. I heard it this morning, and it premiered at 3:15 this morning, American, like I said, Eastern Time, British Time, 8:15 on their BBC radio. And very, very rocky number. Once again, a classic rocker from the Stones. Hope to see them when they hopefully do some dates here in Detroit, because they've been hinting London and New York shows. Still not confirmed, though, but keeps hinting it's happening. And also they're saying now that they're doing not just London and New York. They're going to add more cities. So there you go. New album details and cover reveals from Nicki Minaj and Rihanna. And new singles from Greatest Hits albums released by Kelly Clarkson and the Rolling Stones. Of course, all coming out November 12th. The Stones and Kelly, Nicki Minaj, and Rihanna, November 19th. Black Monday. Now, on with... Let's go with that. Little bit of sports news today. Now, of course, I live in Michigan. I live in Detroit, Michigan. Of course, all of us are very frustrated at the Detroit Tigers following last night's game against the Oakland A's. Today, I think we all agree in Detroit. We all wish we were celebrating tonight. Not playing Game 5, Papa Grande. We were leading 3-1 last night in the playoffs. I don't watch Tigers unless they're in the playoffs. That's my rule. I don't watch basketball, hockey, or baseball unless our team are in the playoffs. I watch football every week in the Super Bowl. So I watch the baseball playoffs when the Tigers are in it. And Tigers could have won it last night after leading 2-0. They lost Game 3. Could have won Game 4 last night, having a 3-1 lead. But unfortunately, Papa Grande choked, giving Oakland the victory last night. Hopefully, Papa Grande stays out of the pitcher's mound tonight, as Verlander's supposed to pitch tonight. So hopefully, Tigers can finally clinch this series against the Oakland A's tonight, unless Papa Grande fucks it up again. Now, with baseball out of the way, on with TNA Impact Wrestling preview for tonight. Of course, the final Impact before Battle for Glory this Sunday. Let's kick it off. Top 4 questions that must be answered tonight. Question number 4. Will anything go down with Ace and Eights in Team TNA? Of course, Sting and Billy Ray. Of course, 2 weeks ago, Ace and Eights got Hogan and Sting, challenged them to this match of Bound for Glory. The top 2 guys from Ace and Eights against the top 2 guys from TNA. Sting was in. He needed a partner. After originally choosing Mr. Anderson, he got attacked in the back by Ace and Eights at the end of last week's Impact. And Billy Ray, who wanted to make a statement in winning a match over Jeff Hardy and Austin Aries, wanted to be the partner for Sting. Hogan relented And Sting and Bully Ray are teaming up this Sunday against Ace and Eights, 2 members of which. Now, we'll see if Ace and Eights attacks again tonight, heading towards Sunday, of course, with big implications in this match. Storyline-wise, of course, if Team TNA wins, Ace and Eights are gone forever. Ace and Eights win, they get full access to the Impact Zone again. So, there you go. See what happens this Sunday. See what happens tonight between Ace and Eights and TNA. Question number 3. We'll go down a knockouts match tonight. Now, Miss Taskmaster, of course, 3 days away from a title defense against Tara, will be in a match tonight, non-title, against Gail Kim, stemming from the tag team match last week. So we'll see what happens with that match tonight. See if Tara gets involved. Of course, heading towards their match for the knockouts title this Sunday at Bound for Glory. Speaking of which, question number 2. Will anything be added for Bound for Glory in this last Impact before the pay-per-view? Now, we know both of the titles on the line. We don't know who's going to be up for the X Division title. Don't know who Zima is facing. But we know all the other titles on the line, including the tag team titles in a triple threat tag match. Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez, AJ Styles and Angle. Of course, one between them 2 with the Mind Games being played by the current tag champs, Gaz and Daniels. Of course, Samoa Joe taking Magnus for the TV title. And of course, the main event for the TNA title, Austin Aries against Jeff Hardy. Speaking of that match, in the other main event, Bobby Roode and James Storm in a street fight. That leads to question number 1, where we'll go down in the main event this evening on Impact. Now, those 2 main events I just mentioned, Bobby Roode and James Storm, with, of course, King Mo as the special enforcer in a street fight. And Austin Aries defending his TNA title against Jeff Hardy, who will be involved in our main event this evening, the main event. As both matches will collide as Bobby Roode will take on Jeff Hardy, and James Storm will take on Austin Aries. I expect something will happen in both matches, like someone will interfere. Like Roode will interfere in the Storm match, Storm may interfere in the Roode match. Same with Aries interfering in Hardy's match, Hardy interfering in Aries. Blah, 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 blah. You know the story, so we'll see what happens in the main event tonight of Impact. If you head towards Bound for Glory this Sunday, called Impact Wrestling Tonight at 8/7 Central on Spike TV. So, thank you very much for watching today's Atakline. That's it. See you later for my TNA Impact review. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you very much. Go Tigers! See ya! Yeah!